Okay, so I was doing my Bible study tonight, and I'm reading in Exodus, and I just kind of got like a lesson from it that I wanted to share. Anyways, if you haven't read Exodus, God goes to Moses, and he tells Moses to go talk to Pharaoh and to tell Pharaoh, hey, let the Israelites go into the desert to worship the Lord their God. And Moses is like, who am I to do that? And I can't even formulate a sentence. I'm not the good person to do that. And so God's like, okay, take your brother Aaron. Hang on, I think it's his brother. Hang on. Okay, yes, Aaron was Moses' brother. Anyways, God's like, okay, take Aaron with you. I'll tell you, Moses, what to do. Moses, you'll tell Aaron, and Aaron will tell Pharaoh. So they go and do this. And God tells them, you're going to go and you're going to tell Pharaoh this, but I'm going to harden Pharaoh's heart. And he is not going to do what you request of him. And I was like, why would he harden his heart? Why would he do that to Pharaoh? Is he causing him to sin? And so anytime I come across something in the Bible that I don't understand, I always try to pull out either one of my other Bibles and cross-reference it and see if I can understand it in a different text, or I go online and see, how I can educate myself. This is what I found. It said, when God says, but I will harden Pharaoh's heart, this does not mean that God forced Pharaoh to sin. Pharaoh was already in sin through his pride. God allowed Pharaoh's pride to run its course and gave him over to his own stubbornness. So when God said that he's going to harden Pharaoh's heart, he didn't do anything but let Pharaoh do what he was already going to do. Pharaoh was going to be stubborn. He wanted to be stubborn. God was going to let him be and let him do his thing. And if that's what you want to do, I'm just going to turn you over to your own stubbornness. And so multiple times, the Lord tells Moses, go and approach Pharaoh, and over and over requesting the same thing, to let the Israelites go into the desert so they can worship the Lord their God. And over and over, Pharaoh is so stubborn, he says no. He sends, first it's mild things, Moses turns his staff into a snake, turns the water in the river like blood. And then it starts getting more serious, let me see. There's a plague of gnats, a plague of flies, a plague on their livestock, a plague of boils, a plague of hail, a plague of locusts, all of these different things. And Pharaoh is still like, no, I'm not going to let you go. Anyways, while I was reading it, just really got me to thinking about how stubborn Pharaoh was. He did not want to listen. He was just full of so much pride. He was full of so much pride. And God gave him chance after chance after chance, to prove who he is, to make better choices. And Pharaoh was still like, no, I'm going to go my own way. And it just made me think of different chapters in my life, different circumstances and things I've been faced with, where the same lesson presented itself over and over and over and over again. And instead of listening and agreeing, okay, God, I see that you want me to let go of this thing. It's not serving its purpose in my life anymore. You're right. And allowing God to move in my life the way that he wanted to, I was stubborn and full of pride and was like, no, you're wrong. I can fix this thing. I can do it my way. And so maybe some of the things that we have to go through in our life isn't God doing it to you. It's because you won't listen to what he is trying to tell you over and over and over again. So he's going to give you over to your own stubbornness. And I don't know, I really just needed to hear that in that way. It was some good stuff. So yeah, maybe don't think, hey, why is God doing this to me? Maybe God has just given you over to your own stubbornness, because there's a lesson he's trying to get you to finally learn. He's trying to get you to learn something and to let go of something and to just let him work the way that he wants to, and allow him to bless you the way he wants to bless you.